Right, first of all, the reason why we involved was via contacts through Nicolas de Veust, who is an architect who used to work with us and who has set up his own practice, and he got the contact with the client here. So we do it in association with Nicolas. And the reason is that it is a major project that will require very important solutions for the environmental issues. You don't do a project of, it's the equivalent of a new city of 100,000 inhabitants. The smallest project we design for the last 20 years is then to be green or make sure that we include the environmental issues in it. So it's because Art and Build is now one of the largest practice in Belgium, means also in Europe, in fact, in terms of size. We start to have a very good reputation also in leisure projects, because we're designing a number of exhibition halls, museums, casinos in France as well. Casino Conseil. We're actually designing 8 casinos in France at the moment, which are not only casinos. In fact, casinos in France are public buildings because they don't belong to the operator. It belongs to the city where it is, or the towns, because in general it's in small towns. And it includes a hotel sometimes. It includes each time a multi-purpose exhibition, spectacle, let's say, a theater, and all that within the project. Plus, of course, the casino and slot machine element, which is paying for it. Of course. We have experience in hotels, in shopping centers, but it's mainly our experience in large territories. Implications. We're doing quite a lot of work here in Belgium and in France over large territories. Sometimes it's 10 hectares, sometimes it's 15 hectares, sometimes it's 300 hectares, and now it's 2,500 hectares. but the principles are the same. For instance, we're working for the moment in Montpellier on a ZAC, which is Zone d'Aménagement Concerté. So it's a large territory, it's about 10 hectares, but it's in the city. So 10 hectares in the city is big and complex, where the purpose is not only to create a new residential area, but a mixed zone with some retail, some sport facilities, some new schools, some students' residence. And in fact, it has a big social impact on the city of Montpellier because it's linking 2 different districts. The principles are the same here. We're trying to create a place to live and not just a place for leisure. We don't want, despite what is in the press today, we don't want to repeat the Las Vegas or the Orlando. We're not Americans. For the moment, no. Because, in fact, the people who are going to work here, it's up to 60,000 people, 30,000 direct and 30,000 sort of around job created. These people are going to live first, we hope, in the cities around. When we are about 80 kilometers from Zaragoza, we think it's already too far for people to travel, if only for shuttle reasons. There will be people coming from Zaragoza, of course, but the idea is to develop all the villages which are dying for the moment, which in fact they don't have enough population anymore because the young people are going to Barcelona or Madrid or to the big cities or Zaragoza, and they're leaving these villages which have been living on agriculture for a long time, but the agriculture is going down as well because it's not efficient anymore. And these villages do not have enough population to have schools, to have sports facilities, to have life. In fact, it's just cities with old people. With respect to these old people, we have to recreate life in the area. In sustainable development, you have sustainable, it means it has to last, but you have development. It's to allow for the development of human being or human race within nature, without destroying nature. So it's not a problem. Of course, this has an environmental impact it's more than not doing anything. But on the other hand, in the area, if we don't create employment, the area is really bad.